Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I guess, this is kind of like our first sort of location guide where we will be kind of like spotlighting a location, talking about what you can find there, its use, all that, the enemies, and all that. So, our first location is pretty small, but worth mentioning all the same. This is Hillock, which you will find right here, or sorry, not Hillock, this is Wistful Fields, that's Hillock. Wistful Fields, which is right next to Hillock. It's north of the ancient spire, in the low meadows. So to get here, I have quite a few videos actually that show you how to get here. But the idea here is to fly, or glide rather, from the spire to this patch of land over here. Keep the shroud to your left, and just kind of make your way up the hill. There's a little road here that you can sometimes walk up to. But basically, just kind of follow up here, and eventually you'll get to this, that's the road right there. You'll eventually get to this town right here. And when you enter the town, the first thing you'll notice is that it is full of VUCA. There's the little sorcerer guys, there's the warriors. There's not like a ton of them, but there's a good, there's a good number. So make sure that you are ready for a fight, because you will have to clear this out, of them rather, before you can do any kind of real exploring. Now, aside from that, there's no lore here. You're not going to find any books or anything, like on tables or anything. It's just like this little farmland, really. And the main kind of thing here is that this is like a really good place to pick up some of these farmed goods. So there's a lot of red mushrooms that grow here. Oh my goodness, look at that. I just destroyed the planter. This is very rude. Very rude. Bees. Have I hit these at all? I did. Okay. I was going to say, am I doing any damage? There are bees here, too. I did fight some of them earlier as well. So, kind of keep your eye out for that. But there's red mushrooms that grow here. There's something glinting over here, and it's, like, catching my eye. I feel like it's just, like, yeah, it's just fake. But still. Anyway, so there's red mushrooms. There's also, if you come over here, some of these are kind of, like, you dead by right now. But there's some of these, what are they called? Aureolin flowers, which we see here. A beautiful fleal flower with magical properties that blesses the user's spirit. So if you use magic at all, these flowers can be very useful. And if you're going to do any kind of, like potion making, never a bad idea to get, as many of these flowers as you can. So many bees. So many bees. I would say too, watch out for that because he will destroy everything here. But there's also obviously quite a few little honey comb beehives here for you to get honey if you need that. And then you can also find tomatoes here. So if you're kind of if you're starting to expand on your cooking and you haven't picked up tomatoes yet, you can head here to get your very first kind of handful of them. Now, aside from those resources, the VUCA drop a lot of animal fur and resin as well. So if that's something that you tend to be low on, you can come clear them out, get quite a few of those. They also have like animal fur hanging out on some of like their drying racks, like this for example. So that's you can get a good amount of animal fur from there as well. Now, the last little thing here is that this house, obviously, like, it's not, like, a lot going on in here. But if you come up here, there is one chest for you to potentially get some, goods. We're going to open up this for ourselves here. And we find a health potion and a little fireball staff charge as well. So we'll take both of these. Don't really use magic yet, but that health potion could always use some of those. And that's really it. It's also like a pretty good sort of staging ground if you do want to go to Hillock, which is probably going to be our next destination here. So maybe not a bad idea for if you want to like set up like a little, like I call them like checkpoint kind of like bases where like you really just use them for like fast traveling. Might put one here if you want to make this a sort of staging ground for further exploration into some of these more dangerous areas. But at the very least, this little area, it can get you some resources in pretty easy supply, especially when it comes to like like animal fur and stuff like that, because you get it from the VUCA, you get it from the various little drying racks and stuff like that. So if you're ever running low on that, maybe take a little trip here. But otherwise, it's very nice and quiet and very kind of cute, to be honest. But that is our good friend Wistful Fields. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.